I just analyzed all these forex pairs and I'm going to tell you which ones are going to be my top ones and what am I expecting from every single one of them to take a trade. First one's going to be USD JPY. I've been breaking down this trade for the last month. As you can see on the weekly time frame, we were bullish here. We broke down bearish right here. Little summary. I told you guys we were going to have a retracement pullback to this area, EMA, and last previous structure point, we had it. It wasn't as clear as I thought it was going to be. As you can see on the daily, we didn't close all the way here. I think I had my alarm like right here, so I didn't took the sell. I wasn't going to take the sell either because I was expecting for price to come all the way here to take a sell. However, the price action we expected happened and we kept going bearish. However, we had a weird kind of week. As you can see on the daily, it looked like we were going bearish already, and the candlestick just had this retracement and this closed as a wick, and it actually closed bullish. However, we started going bearish right away. So for this week, I'm expecting basically the same, but on this area, if not on this one. But as you can see here, this was bullish at the moment. Now we're bearish, so this is gonna be our previous structure point. We also have a psychological number, and I have here the 4-hour EMA. So I'm waiting for a pullback here to then take a sell. I think my stop loss could be either above this area or above this EMA on the 500 right here. If we go even to the past, you can see we had this bearish movement and we had this retracement to this exact point. It's almost the point that I'm waiting right now for. So I'm gonna be watching and observing well this trade. Is my top one. A lot of USD pairs had like some weird movement this week. Like here, I think I took a sell and I took a loss here. I thought it was gonna be this movement like this, and at the end of the day, just went back. This was a good point. I learned my lesson. Maybe I feel like I didn't fail that all a lot, like at all, because that was my trading plan basically. Maybe I had to wait for the 4-hour EMA. So this week, I'm not gonna make that mistake. I'm gonna wait for the 4-hour EMA to appear, and I think the daily EMA is way too far, and the weekly EMA is kind of far as well. So I'm just gonna be relying on the 4-hour EMA, this support and resistance zone, as you can see here. Support, basically support resistance, resistance, and let's see, maybe support, resistance, support, resistance, whatever, as you can see. So that's my area, and that's gonna be the spot when I'm looking to take a sell. Next one is gonna be GBP USD. We had a massive weekly candlestick. As you can see, now we are expecting a pullback to this area. I have an alarm here. We have the EMA, last previous structure point. I told you guys last week that this was gonna happen, but I didn't took the trade. I didn't think it was gonna be that massive and that fast. Look, if we go to the daily, it didn't came all the way here as I was expecting at first. It's kind of valid that it rejected the EMA, and in the 4-hour maybe we went bullish, previous structure point, and then just went up from there. But this week I'm gonna be expecting basically a retracement to this area, previous structure point. If we can get like a rejection from the EMA on the daily, even better. If not, then we have the 4-hour EMA even closer. And I think that's basically all I have for this trade. However, a few things can happen here. First of all, this can happen in 2, even 3, or whatever weeks. As you can see here, we had a retracement to this area in 4 weeks, so it may not even happen that fast. First of all, second of all, it can happen on 1 week and then the other week or the next previous week. Like this retracement can happen in 1 week, and then maybe we get something like this on 1 week, and then this on the next week, and so and so, and on many weeks until we get like a big movement. Or we can have a candlestick. I don't think this is gonna happen. This is like too. I'm not a. You're not supposed to predict the market like this, but it may happen. Just to let you know, a retracement here on the same week, we come here, and this will show as a wick. It may happen, it may not. I'm just gonna be observing and reacting to what the market gives me. USD I love this pair, maybe even more than GBP USD. I've been talking about this movement that happens many times. It's the same thing always, and it looks like we're having the same thing. And I'm gonna be waiting for this price action to end all the way here, as we did here and we did here. I'm gonna take this off though, and just comparing to this one, daily, we came really close to switch to bearish. However, we didn't switch bearish, so we're still bullish. However, what am I expecting this week? A retracement to this area. I have an alarm here, rejection from the EMA. This there's not a well. This is the previous structure point, so maybe even a rejection from here, here, support and resistance. As you can see, support. I didn't came all the way here, but it's resistance, and I'm pretty sure on the daily it looks even better. Support, resistance, support, support, close to resistance, and as you can see, resistance, support, whatever. It's a well respected area, so I'm waiting just retracement, last previous structure point on the daily, which is important, and the EMA is kind of far. I think this is an elbow. For me, this is an elbow. So if we go all the way here, I think we're gonna be bullish, unless we switch bullish and then whatever. You know what I mean. What am I expecting though? Rejection, then to take a sell and maybe finally switch to bearish right here on the weekly time frame. This may happen in the same as on the previous same as on GBP USD. It may happen on 1 week and then a few weeks or something like this. It may not happen like that fast, like boom boom boom. No, it may not happen 1 week, or the same week. No, just to let you guys know. But I'm gonna be watching for that. Euro USD. This is the one I like the less for now. Out of my top pairs, is gonna be my top 4. I have a few more that I'm gonna talk about, but basically they're all USD. But Euro USD, previous structure point right here on the weekly, EMA right here, support and resistance area right here. I'm gonna be expecting a retracement to this EMA, previous psychological number, support and resistance zone. I have an alarm here. Maybe I will also put an alarm here, just in case we have the previous structure point right here and the EMA on the 4 hour as well. And I'm pretty sure, let me see, this could be a support and resistance area. Maybe not as important as on the other one, but as you can see, resistance, support, resistance. this may be our next resistance or support. Daily EMA, let me see. It's a little bit far from that, so no. I don't know if I'm gonna be buying or selling. I mean, buying here. I'm actually not I'm actually gonna stay with the chart like this. Now with this, I'm gonna take it off just so I can see it more clearly. But I know this is a previous structure point and it could be used as a support and resistance, as you can see on these past weeks. Um, if we go to the daily, I think the high probability trade, it's here, but it's just not likely to happen. I'm not expecting the price to come all the way down here to just reject this price action and then come all the way up. It may happen. In case it happens, previous structure point, EMA, unless this is like an elbow, but um, maybe we even switch bearish here, but we may actually. But not looking for that, to be honest. I'm being very. I'm really want to follow my plan, especially with these weeks of massive movements and weird things. So EMA, psychological number 5,000. I have my alarm here just in case. I'll put an alarm here for now. When we hit this one, I'll put this one here and then I'll put one here. And that's gonna be all for Euro USD. I would rather take a trade here or here and even here. Next one, this is my top 4. This is the ones that I'm probably gonna be trading, and my plan gets along with what I'm looking for. Now, CAD CHF. This one actually can be my top 5. Look at this weekly time frame. We're on the lowest point on the chart ever. Here this stayed as a wick. Now we close here. What can happen? Retracement to then keep selling. I'm not looking for that because, as you can see, lowest point. I'm not betting on we are creating a lower low on the whole chart. So no, not for me. Daily, same thing, even maybe more clear. Maybe I'll think about it in case we have something like, let me see if I can find an example. Nah, I just won't. But now if we go bullish here and we have a retracement, then I'll be interested on buying here. Look, we have the 4-hour EMA, as you can see. Maybe we can get a 4-hour previous structure point rejection, daily previous structure point rejection, and as you can see, price has done very well on bouncing off and on these two areas. You can see here in the daily, even here, we were bearish. Let me show you. We were bearish. Price broke bullish right here, and it came all the way here to reject this area and then keep going bullish. So I'm basically waiting on the same, but here it looks a lot more cleaner and better, and it's probably the same thing that happened here. As you can see here, we're bearish. Let's say we break bullish. Let's say we didn't break bullish actually here. Look, we're bearish. We break bullish here. In this week we had a reaction to then keep going up, if you want to see it like that. But it looks way better here. It just look really clean. Weekly EMA, it's all the way down here, up here, I mean, and daily EMA, it's all the way up here too. you can wait to take a buy here. Maybe it could be more safe. And yeah, this may not be following my strategy to 100%, but I like the idea of it. And I'll be looking at that too. Your GBP, hmm, not the biggest fan. Look at all these weekly candles. These even look like daily candles or 4-hour candles, but it's weekly candles. This just looks like chaos for me. I'm not really looking for that. However, we were bearish here, broke bullish. I could buy a previous structure point right here. And as you can see on the daily, we have the EMA here. And as you can see on the 4-hour, we also have the EMA here. That's why I'm going to be looking at this chart. I don't like this whole choppy structure or whatever. But as you can see, I do like the idea of even, we might even come right here on the daily time frame just to reject this previous structure point and something like this, just per se, just to make an example. And then come all the way up here, rejection from this area or something like this, and then I'll take a buy. These just different possible scenarios. I'm just gonna be looking for price to come all the way up here. Set an alarm right there. I'm just waiting for the reaction of the daily and 4-hour EMA. I think this could be a good trade, actually. However, we do look kind of bearish. Let's see. Are we on the lowest? No. No, not even close. But as you can see here, we had a massive move to the upside, or even like here. No, it doesn't look as clear here. But here, we had a massive move to the upside. We didn't have the reaction. But who knows? I'm gonna be waiting for that. If it happens, happens. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. This one, I'm not even gonna trade this one, to be honest. I'm not trading this one. Probably, not probably. I think for sure. I'm just gonna be looking at this, just to take a look. But I may not even take a look if these are giving me enough to look at. But bullish, bearish, previous structure point right here. Bullish, EMA right here. We could be looking for this, but I don't really trust this trade at all. 4-hour, I like the idea of being below this point, like this, and rejection of this area for our EMA and keep going to the downside. Rejection from the previous structure point right here. But to be honest, I think this pair doesn't follow much of that. So not really. I'm not even gonna waste my time here. And USD CAD, just looking at it, waiting for whenever the price, if it happens, comes down here. Rejection from 4-hour EMA, all these areas right here. But again, I don't think, or I don't know if price gonna come all the way down here. I would love to see that though. If we feel this week, just giving you guys some ideas, but I just wanted to touch on those trades. However, my main attention is gonna be to, I'm gonna add this one just because I'm looking for something very clear. I'm looking for something very specific. This is gonna be my top 5, and just to put something different from USD, just to have a pair that is not USD, then it's gonna be CAD CHF. Looking for that. There's a couple other pairs maybe, but I try to take a focus on a few pairs per week so I can have more focus. And if you sit down on your computer and you look at the charts for too long, you're gonna get crazy. You're gonna go mad, and you're gonna probably lose money, so or lose your profit from account or whatever. So I do not recommend that. So choose a few pairs and trade them during the week, and it's gonna be even easier to analyze how were you thinking on those trades, because if you wanna analyze how you think in this amount of trades, it's gonna be insane to analyze. You're gonna be more accurate and become better trading with less pairs per week. So I hope this helps. I hope you can make a good profits out of this, and remember to be an observer more than a reactor, if we can say it that way. Hope you guys have a good week of trading.